All right, then we get to Ilyana Rasputin. All right, so when you change to hero form, choose a spell card in your discard pile and put it on top of your deck. All right, so I've learned this about myself, that it turns out I love deck manipulation, and that's my jam, right? Or just things that manipulate the decks in general. So like Scarlet Witch I love, Domino I love. I think I'm going to love Magik. I think I'm going to love her. But yeah, I love this. That once per phase, you may play the top card on your deck as if it's in your hand, reducing its resource cost by 1. It'll also be nice because then the next card will also be flipped up on top of your deck. Now you can't play it, but at least you can know a card you're going to draw, right? Which is nice. New Mystics cards look better, yeah. All right, so Limbo, which is such an interesting card. 1 cost support. After the villain phase begins, you can exhaust Limbo, swap a card in your hand with the top card of your deck. Cool. Exhaust Limbo, swap a card in your hand with the top card of your deck. Looks good. The love Psychic got made Mystic looks, yeah. So I like this. All right, so first one's gonna be Signature Ally. Then there's a 2. So there's only 1 Limbo, or yeah, Limbo support. Then the upgrades. So Magic's Crown. I like that they're doing this also with the getting of the thwart and whatever, and the defense and the attack. It's interesting that thwart is the 2 cost one. But anyway, 2 cost upgrade. Magic gains steady. Cool. While it's also, please explain to me how that's a crown. Oh yeah, it's just hidden in her hair. It's very Western American style, like in California, not Western, but like in California, this is all the rage. These are like crowns. So side note, do we ever think that we'll ever get a hero that has Stalwart? Like, we have a few now with Steady. Do we think we ever get Stalwart, or that just make things too easy? Doctor Strange gets better and better, which is good, as Venom Goblin almost gave him a game the other day. Storm gives Stalwart. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's right. That's right. Good call, chat. She's Russian? Yeah, the Russians. You know the Russians. All right, so while the top grade of your deck has one of these symbols, mental or a wild resource, Magic gets +1 thwart. Sweet. Sweet. Wait, what's her stat line? 1, 2, 2. Okay, so she could be a 2 thwart hero, which that's cool. Of Magneto shrapnel. Yeah, she's just getting mind controlled. 4th hero confirmed? Question. Mystical armor. 1 cost upgrade. She gets retaliate 1, which is just crazy to me, but that's awesome. While top card is energy or wild, she gets +1 defense. So wait. Okay, yeah, 4. I was like, they skipped the number. They went from 3 to 5 to now 4. 1 cost upgrade. Rogue gets Stalwart. Or Rogue's dead to me. 1 cost upgrade. It's a restricted. Basic attacks gain piercing, which is huge. Anytime you get piercing just for attacking, that's massive. Makes me think Valkyrie, is that you? She wishes she was Valkyrie. While top card of your deck has a fist or a strength resource or wild resource, she gets +1 attack, so she could be a 3 attack hero. Pretty nuts. 3 attack hero with piercing. Pretty strong, pretty good. And then, so that's 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're missing 1 more card. They did the support in the beginning. Oh, 6 is scrying. Okay. So there's only 1 scrying event. Look at your top 3 cards of your deck. Draw 1, discard 1, and put 1 back on top of your deck, which is huge. That's great. And then Stepping Disc. Superpower, so you can play it for free. Ready your hero. Choose a... Wait, no. Superpower you can play for free? Yeah, right. Choose a magic card in your discard pile, not named Stepping Disc, and put it in the top of your deck. Cool. No one wishes they were Valkyrie. Everyone wishes they were Valkyrie. Do we have... We don't know what else it is. Okay, so that's the only superpower we see so far, which is interesting. Stepping Disc plural. That seems crazy to me have 2 or 3 of them. Well, yeah, we don't know what 8 is, right? Yeah, we haven't seen 8. So if we did 7, 8 with Stepping Disc, then we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 7 cards left. So most likely... Wait, would that be right? 6... So 7, 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 7 cards left. So 3 attack, 2 threat or maybe 3 threat and a defense card, maybe. Scrying follows the tradition of 0 cost for any cards that replaces itself, like resize, fearless donation. It's a crazy card. But there will only be 1 scrying, it looks like. So, okay. Oops, wrong way. And then lastly, Colossus. 3/2/2/3 comes in with tough. When an enemy attacks you, play Colossus from your hand, paying his resource cost and declaring him as a defender without exhausting him. Which is pretty cool, right? It's nice. And then I think my new I can't even keep it together. My new favorite ally in the entire game. My new favorite ally in the entire game. There is not going to be an aggression deck where I don't have him at least just hanging out by the table. I can't. I'm such a child. I can't. It's too funny. I love the flavor text. I didn't choose the name. It's so great. It's so great. I love it. I love it. It's nice he's not X-Men only. Yeah, thank God. Because he needs to be in every single deck. I wish I could make it my sidekick. I'm going to figure out a way. I wonder if they'll eventually come out with a card that like lets you make any ally a signature like ally, like put that name on them. So then thus you can do it. Because I will figure out a way to make Gold Balls my best friend. This deck has balls. I'm happy we can all be children together. But yeah, so 3/1/1/3 stat line, which is pretty decent. When Gold Balls attacks, discard up to 3 cards on the top of your deck. Which again, if you have Digging Deeper, right, and you discard one of those cards, you get to put Digging Deeper back in your hand, which is a nice little combo that you can do now. So yeah, you get plus attack or X the number of cards discard this way. So it's definitely a way to get more Digging Deepers into it, if you so choose. So yeah, I kind of like that as well. But yeah, realistically, Gold Balls is gonna figure out his way in there. Fabio Medina is gonna find his way into most of those decks. Oh yeah, we're gonna make so many jokes of going balls deep. Gold Balls would be a joke character in Deadpool. Yeah, I'm shocked he's not in the Deadpool deck. Okay, so excited for him. That's for sure. Tempest, another cheap ally, thank goodness. 2/1/1/2 stat line, only if you're X-Men trait, which is sad. It's not X-Men and X-Force. That kind of stinks. When the villain would scheme, discard Tempest, cancel that activation, deal yourself 1 face-down encounter card. For someone who draws advance a lot, this is huge. I'm hoping Soft Serve makes sense to this game. But I think this is a huge card. Again, I wish I could put them in for X-Force heroes as well, but I'll take what I can get at this point. And dealing yourself 1 face down encounter card stinks, but man, canceling a scheme sometimes saves you, dude, especially for solo. I think this card finds its way into most solo aggression decks for me that are X-Men. Like Wolverine, like if I'm playing him aggression, I think this finds with Phoenix, I think this finds his way in, or finds her way in. What's your Gold Balls football? Translate Golden Ball. Sure, they just had those, right? And Messi one, or was the top one. All right, Blood Rage, 1 cost upgrade, max 1 per player condition. After you defeat an enemy with a basic attack, exhaust Blood Rage and take 1 damage, draw 1 card. Not bad. I'm always, especially with solo, hesitant to take damage to do things. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see how this works in practice, especially with the basic attack thing. Like I think it makes sense if you're doing like a minion heavy deck, but put Blood Rage in a Valk aggression deck and forget. Yeah. I could see it making it make sense there, because she's swinging for 4 or 5, right? She could be nuts, and her basic attack can do crazy amounts of damage. So I could see that for sure. Spider-Ham about to get angry with Blood Rage. Spider-Ham's another good candidate too. Yeah, for sure. Full body charge, 4 cost event. Deal 8 damage to an enemy if your hero's remaining hit points are less than half your hero's starting hit points. This attack gains overkill. Yeah, okay. I think I'm okay with this. I don't think it's great. I don't think this. I mean, I don't know how many situations I would put this in over Dive Bomb. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's not bad. And I guess if I have to deal with like super beefy minions, maybe then. Maybe that's where it goes in. Honed body, or I'm sorry, honed full body charge. Yeah. I mean, again, it could be really nuts. It gets really expensive, but it could be nuts for sure. Because that becomes what, 12 damage? To be good for rush. Yeah, okay. I could see for rush. That's a good point. Self-damaging heroes, yeah. Yeah. I mean, with rush, anything that gets you high damage output, no matter the cost, is good. You wouldn't be able to really do the overkill thing, but yeah. I wonder how this would work with X23, with her doing damage to herself constantly. All right, 1 cost upgrade, test the defense. Max 1 per player. After you play an attack event, place 1 test counter here, and then if there are 5 test counters here, discard this card and deal 5 damage to an enemy. I love this card. Oops. I absolutely love this card. I think this finds its way into a lot of my decks in general, especially attack heavy decks. I don't see why I wouldn't put this in. Building up to do 5 damage at some point, especially when you know when you're going to get that, when you don't know, when you're surprised to get that minion at the end of the game, right? You're just trying to do your thing and just get out of here. Gamora would love tested defense. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I love it. I really like this card a lot. I think this card finds its way into a lot of them. Alarine, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. When they released Spider-Ham, I realized it's a good place to start the Marvel Champions train. Magik brings me back. I was worried that they would release her because, ouch, my wallet. Time to jump back on the train. It's never too late. YouTube, do me a huge favor. You have not hit the like button yet. Make sure you do. But yeah, like this card a lot. I think I'm going to use it a ton. Blood Gem, I'm less sold on. 0 cost upgrade. Play only if your identity has the Mystic trait. Exhaust Blood Gem, take 2 damage, generate a wild resource. Again, I would just do build support to just generate a wild resource, right? Like I don't know a situation where taking 2 damage repeatedly is better than just being able to thwart 3 one time. You know what I mean? I feel like 0 cost is pretty insane. Yeah. But for the Mystics, like the Mystics don't have high amounts of life. And the 2 damage? And so, all right. Scarlet Witch has what? 10 hit points? So you do a fifth of her life to generate a wild resource? Like, I don't know. That seems like a hard sell to me. When again, I can just clear out build support. Strange doesn't take damage. Fantasy Flight Games always finds the best way to take my money. Yeah, that's what they're good at. It's true that Strange doesn't. We don't even think about Strange. And that's true. If you have Tough on with Strange, you can't generate the resource. Because you can't. Because you have to take the 2 damage. If you never took the 2 damage, you can't generate the resource. I think Blood Gem has a place. The exchange for 2 health and 1 is wild, which is better than the really strong Mystic cards. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people come up with it. Should have been 2 wilds or draw a card and 1 resource. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things they could do. What are predictions? We'll do that in a second. Also, welcome Honorable. Hopefully you're doing well. We're almost done. Actually, there's only 1 card left. Basic spell, though, I think finds its way into most decks. Blood Gem might work well with What Doesn't Kill Me. Always meet the physical requirement and missing health needed. Yeah. Yeah. That is a way to do it. Okay. So Mystic trait. I think this will find its way into most Mystic decks. At least for mine, it will. Heal 3 damage from identity. Yes, please. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Yes, please. Deal 3 damage to enemy. Yes, please. Hopefully there's 3 of these cards. Feels fair. This feels like a pretty decent card to me. Like, the ability now for Mystics to heal consistently, I think is huge. So I'm for that, 100%. I think this is a good card. I think 2 for 3 is a decent trade-off. I mean, it's not a great trade-off, but like, especially healing and have to flip down. That's just so nice. So nice.